All right, we are here with Emily and Scott Reeves. Some of you will remember I interviewed Emily the first time they were there.
Yes.
And since then, she has come quite a long way
Oh, thank
with her
you.
songwriting and not singing ability. You were fantastic back then,
Oh,
but
thank
just brought it
you.
to another level. And Scott,
Thank you.
your songs were absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
So daytime fans will most likely recognize Scott from his three soap roles that spanned generations, but I really feel like you've come into your own with the music because you get to put your own stamp on it. Is that something you would agree with, or is it just a different kind of beast?
You know what? Thank you. I appreciate the compliments, but I've been so blessed to get to do both. Music has been my passion my entire life,
Hmm.
and I was very fortunate enough for acting to happen early on, and pay my bills and
Yeah.
enable me to do music. And as I built my acting career in the world of soaps, which I'm so grateful for, um, I kept playing music over the years, and it wasn't until when I left The Young and the Restless, I went to Nashville to connect with a guy that's like my brother, and we formed a country duo called Blue County.
Hmm.
And that really, I had never done music on that level before, just from the standpoint of having a record deal and going out and getting paid to play my music. And that was an unbelievably enlightening experience for me because it opened up a whole new world. And to songwriting and to the community of Nashville and Music City. And I feel like that I, I decided that I was just going to, dig my heels in and stay there
Hmm.
and focus on music. And it's been the most incredible journey that I could ever ask for. And I've met so many amazing people. I've consistently written songs over those past few years. And the more you do that, the more the more the bit. I guess I don't want to say the better you get. That sounds. It just you get more comfortable with it
Right.
and more comfortable with yourself and expressing yourself in that way. So it's been a cool road that I've gotten to travel there. And now I feel like, you know, the soap world, TV world has given me this platform to come out and share this
Hmm.
with more people than I would have otherwise been able to share it with, along with my country music audience from Blue County.
Right.
So I've just been focused on songwriting, and really kind of channeling my creative juices that way. Um, so it's been really cool, and it's been fun to get out and share it with my fans that I've known over the years from soaps,
Hmm.
and they've been so supportive, and I'm really grateful for that.
Well, you blew the roof off the place, and not in a so loud kind of way that you can't stand it, but it was the songwriting and the actual songs themselves, the way you sang them, and also you, Emily.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
they were
Thank you so
beautiful.
much.
There
Thank
were a
you.
lot of songs there that were very inspiring and heartwarming.
Thank
Um,
you.
Emily, you have some new music that you just wrote.
Yeah, I do actually. Just the same kind of story after being in Nashville for the time that I've been there. Last time I talked with you, I had just moved there so newly, and
Hmm.
since then, it's been about a year and a half, and I've just met so many people and written with so many different people. It was my first time co-writing. I had no idea what a co-write was like. And just being able to bounce ideas off of each other and see how other people write and how they process it has helped me so much and gotten me to this place of like just learning new techniques and how to do it, new thought processes, and just new ways of doing it that I've loved and have helped me tremendously. So coming into tonight, I was so excited. I just feel like after performing and writing so much this past year, I guess I just feel a little bit more confident
Hmm.
and a little bit more developed. And you're always developing. You're always getting better and better and better. So, but it was really exciting to come
Yeah.
back and to the same place, but just a little bit more grown up in that area. So.
And not to dog anyone, but I think younger people need someone who's so positive and has such
Oh,
talent
well, thank
in
you.
the industry
Thank you
instead of
so much.
some of the others that they look up to who
Well, I appreciate that. That's definitely that's the sole purpose of this is just to reach people, and especially people younger than me. You know, I know how it is to be where they're at, and not saying I've experienced everything they've experienced, but if one song can reach one person in some sort of way, that's my goal. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, you did that tonight.
Thank you.
Papa Reeves, as
Papa
Emily
Reeves.
affectionately calls you.
Embrace that.
You're obviously very proud of your daughter. Just to watch you watch her was something in and of itself. But Emily, how do you feel about? I mean, obviously you're proud of him,
Yes.
but he's just a hack, right? Riding your coattails.
Oh my God, no,
That's right, exactly. I'll be driving the bus one day.
Yeah.
He says that. No, but I absolutely, my dad is one of my biggest inspirations as far as music goes. And the thing that I love is we get to come and do this together. And this is like our thing, like our father-daughter thing. And it's fun because I think when you're on the same level, I guess, creatively, it also puts you on the same level emotionally. And so for my dad to we just kind of get each other in that sense, where a lot of people, when they can't understand that side of you, like, it's so nice to have my dad understand that. And therefore, like, there's a lot of situations that are, you know, I talk to my dad about and I come to my dad with, and when we write songs, like, we just get it with each other. And the songs that he writes for me are just, you know, hit me so deeply because I know how much they mean coming from him. And so it's just been a really cool experience, and I think it has just like bonded us in a way that a lot of fathers and daughters can't bond in, you know, and haven't. And I wish that for them. Like, it's just the greatest thing in the world. And so I've enjoyed that part of it, but I'm very proud of him. Yes.
I'm holding on.
You're holding, don't let her go. She might be the breadwinner one day. Scott, your daytime fans know you, obviously, but people who came here tonight really got to see a softer, gentler side of you, and the music itself was very heart-tugging. There was the song you sang about your son, your grandfather. Obviously, they are the inspirations for those songs, but you really have to dig deep to get that. Is that emotionally draining sometimes?
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, I'll come home from a day of songwriting exhausted, and it really and sometimes, occasionally, I'm a one song a day kind of guy, man. We've done two, and whew, I mean, you're pretty spent by that by the end of the day, and but yeah, it is. It's emotionally draining because you do have to kind of go places and dig deep, and it's a vulnerable thing. It's like it's kind of parallel to acting to a degree, you know, from a creative standpoint.
Right.
As far as reaching in and you know, it's very naked. You know, it's you're putting it's out there. So yeah, it is. It's draining, but very very therapeutic and rewarding.
And speaking of the soaps, your mother and your newly
So I hear.
yeah, your newly found out brother are on the scene. Is there any chance that you would be rekindling your role, or is it
You know
whatever
what?
happens?
I never say never, and I love that family over at GH. Man. They've been. It was. I mean, it's those when you're on a show like that, they really do become like your family. And you know, I was only on General Hospital for about 3.5, 4 years, but I've known everybody over there for 30 years. You know, because it's very incestuous that soap world. You know, everybody from every show knows everybody, and everybody's kind of jumped around, and so GH was a really special place, and it is a special place, and so you know, again, I never say never, and you know, depending on where the music takes me, I'm totally open to you know, busting out of jail, you know, and visiting my crazy mother. I miss her very much.
Let's not bust. She seems to get out. I'm sure she could send some help.
Yeah.
What you've been married to actress Melissa Reeves since
I have.
1990, right?
1990. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time for a showbiz couple, quote unquote. And now you have a showbiz daughter.
Wow,
It's
I
like,
know. What have we done?
what is it?
What did we create?
What has it taken for you guys to just rise through the ranks in terms of staying together as a family and, you know, just them being your root?
You know what? Wow. You know, I'd have to say the number one thing, really, priority-wise, is our faith. I mean, that is, that has, we've gone through some really highs and some really low lows, and if not for our faith, and we're at the same place with that, and so that that's kind of the glue that's held us together, and on top of our faith, just just a love and an honesty and a trust, for each other, and a respect for each other. And then, having kids has really put an entirely new level of responsibility on that.
Mhm.
So having our children, we always, we both have great families. We come from really strong family backgrounds, and they are who have kept us grounded over the years. And they, every time especially Missy is amazing, and me, I've always been the high strung, obviously a little bit hyper, out there and my family is like, held me down, and I'm grateful for that. And then my kids kind of took that role when we had our children, and I went, wow, this takes, being an adult and a husband and a father and being responsible takes on a whole different meaning now.
Right.
So it's been, we've been so incredibly blessed over the years. So we're grateful.
And what advice would you give both you and Emily for people starting out, whether it be in the acting industry or the music business? Neither industry is easy to break into, and you guys are climbing that ladder to success. Musically, obviously, Scott, you're known for your acting.
Oh, thank you. You know what? Why don't you start with that, because you're kind of in those in
In the
that
beginnings.
phase. You're a little further than that, but you.
Well, I guess the advice that I would give to anyone, and this has kind of been my, I guess, advices from since the beginning, and the advice that I've appreciated most from people is to stick to what you do and do it well. A lot of people will try to take what you do and mold it into something that they think is going to be something better than what you are. And for me, the best advice I've ever gotten is just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing, because even if there could be a line of people that hate what you do, but there's gonna be one person that's gonna believe in it and believe in it as much as you do and push what you do, and that's what you want, because you don't want to change to fit some sort of mold, because that's just going the same route as everyone else. And I think what makes you successful in this business is being different and being out of the norm, and out of the box, and not doing what everybody else before you has done. So just, it might sound cliche, but be yourself. Just be yourself and keep doing what you're doing until you do meet that one person who believes in what you do as much as you do.
Yeah, I mean that's.
She said it better than you, right?
Better than
But
I
the
could
wisdom
ever
comes through the Father, doesn't
say
it?
It does.
You know what? As she was talking, I said, wow, those were words. But the one word that I can think of that has always stuck, and I've always tried to be true to, is authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
And because people can see through, they can see that, and they know when something is not authentic. And again, just like Emily said, that was very wise. Don't just be you, be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Don't apologize for it. And that's all that matters, because eventually that's going to pay off, because people love truth, and they love someone who is authentic, and you'll reap the benefits of that.
Well, from being in the audience, there are no two people more authentic than you when you're singing. It was a great concert, and I'm sure everybody else agrees.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
we wish you the best of luck in the future. We know some things are happening down the line. We won't put the cart before the horse yet, and jinx anything. But you'll definitely be hearing more from them about their music.
Thank you so
In-
much.
Thank you.